Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well and having a good Easter weekend start and a good end to your week as well for that matter. And I hope you've been enjoying the on and off but very nice weather we've been having so far this week. This is the preview of West Ham's 17th home game of the 24-25 Premier League season, where we welcome relegated club Southampton to the London Stadium this Saturday afternoon, or Easter afternoon I should say, for a 3 o'clock kickoff, not live on any UK TV channel. As always guys, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear. And as you can see from the icon that's up here, there is some very nice track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro in the Claret and Blue, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they're currently supporting close to, if not over 90 separate food banks by the time of this recording. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping those the less fortunate than you and I. But if you want to make a donation directly to the charity, but you don't want to make an affiliate link purchase, that's perfectly fine as well. There is their Just Give and Fund link in the description below. So £1, £2, £5, whatever you can afford, guys. Believe me, every penny helps. So as always, there's going to be timestamps in the description below, so please jump around to the section that you want to listen to. Ideally, I'd like you to stay around for as long as you can, but if you can't, then by all means, please do jump to the relevant section. Of course, please do like, share and subscribe. So let's continue on the video by talking about the officials. The referee for this game is Andrew Kitchen. I've never heard of him either. His assistants are Simon Bennett and Dan Rebatham. The fourth official is Anthony Taylor. On VAR, we've got Stuart Atwell, unfortunately, and his assistant is Mark Perry. So for those that have been keeping track, I'm going to be away this Easter weekend, so I won't be doing a full-time thoughts for this video. I won't even going to the London Stadium either, for that matter. It's the first game I've missed for a long time, but it's a family weekend. It's going to be very nice, so I'm going to try and watch the game and obviously include it in the next preview that we're going to be doing for the next away game, of course. But yeah, as it stands at the moment, guys, yeah, there won't be anything coming up from me over the weekend, but you never know. Depends how bored I get up in Newcastle. Now, of our last 6 games against Southampton at home, bearing in mind, obviously, they were relegated last season back down into the Championship, but came back up during the through the Championship playoff final. But unfortunately the league was too strong for them. But taking that out of the equation, our last 6 home games in the Premier League against Southampton shows we've won 5, lost 1, scoring 15 and conceding just 4. Now, Graham Potter has managed against Southampton at home 4 times in his career, winning none, drawing 1, losing 3. Scoring 3 and conceding 7. So that's a bit of a worry. But at the same point, guys, as we all remember, on Boxing Day, Jared Bowen's 59th minute winner away at Southampton was a fantastic time. We had a great, kind of good, I say pretty good. I mean, the performance wasn't all that brilliant, but the watch along was a good fun as always. But yeah, it is. I mean, as I say, as mentioned, Southampton are relegated after 32 games with just 2 wins, 4 draws and 26 losses, scoring 23 times but conceding 77, so a minus goal difference of 54 on 10 points. Now, Derby were relegated with 6 games spare on 11 points, and Southampton were relegated with 7 games spare on 10. Now, obviously, of course, it's a big game from our point of view, in terms of the fact that we haven't been getting, in terms of the 13 games that Graham Potter's had in charge with us now, he's won 3, drawn 3 and lost 4. Well, no, lost 7 now, I should say, wouldn't it be? Yeah, it'd be 7 now. So it's not good in any shape or form, but at the same point, Southampton supporters put us to shame. They've been absolutely behind the squad no matter what happens, because maybe they knew relegation was inevitable and just wanted to show their support, but they make us look like prima donna, self-centered, entitled supporters that we should be getting result out of every game. And I mean, obviously we've been there as West Ham supporters. For anybody that's older than 15, 16, will be able to remember what it was like when we got relegated with a game to spare back in the 11-12 season. And of course, sorry, 10-11 season. And of course, prior to that, getting relegated with 42 points. You know, it is difficult as a supporter when your team is relegated. You know, some people choose not to turn up. Loads of people choose to turn up for every game, no matter what. You know, and it's fine. You know, neither's right and neither's wrong for that matter. You do what you do. You know, but at the same time, guys, you know, we've been in the Premier League for the longest ever run we've had since the Premier League started. And we've got to be mindful of that, not just take it for granted that we're Premier League, because it could have been worse this season if Southampton, Ipswich and Leicester hadn't been as shit as they've been this season. There's a very good chance we're in that bottom three at the moment. So yeah, we need to bear that in mind. I mean, yes, it's been shit and we've been saved, but we've been saved over the last couple of seasons now. We really genuinely have. You know, if you look at the season when we won that, we finished 7th. Was it 15th, 16th? You know, we had a bit of a tussle last season, and we're having a big tussle again this season. You know, time is edging its way. This is why next season is so important. But getting back to the point now, footystats.com away table shows Southampton are relegated at the bottom of the table as well, with just 1 win, 2 draws and 13 losses, exactly as their home form shows. So they're having a consistent season from their point of view, but of the last 5 away games, they've only won once and lost the rest of them, all 4. Now, both home and away, their points average per game is 0.31. So, of course, that's relegation fodder. Now, for all their weaknesses, they are still strong by the looks of it at creating chances through individual players. Not much else on that, but they are at the moment. Now, in terms of players to look out for from Southampton, there are actually some players that are pretty decent in that side. You know, obviously, Flynn Downs, our previous player. But also, WHU is their highest goal scorer away from home with 2 goals, with half the squad, including Downs, behind him on 1 goal. Now, Fernandez is their highest assister on the road with 2 assists and 1 goal as well, for that matter. Now, turning to injuries, it looks like Taylor is being assessed with what looks like a hip injury. Grombach is out with a tendon strain, and the aforementioned WHU is 50% of returning following an ankle knock, but is currently being assessed. Now, Flynn Downs missed the Villa defeat from suspension from picking up 10 yellows, but should be back for this game, and I'm sure we're going to give him a good reception, because at the end of the day, guys, he was out on loan with Southampton last season, wasn't in the plans for Lopetegui for this season, and therefore he moved to Southampton permanently. Let me know in the comments, guys. Would you take Flynn Downs back, given the lack of pace that we've got in this? I mean, let's turn to West Ham now. Given the lack of pace we've got in the midfield, and given the fact that Flynn Downs has been a very standout player for Southampton both last season and this, you know, it's been documented quite well that many times that he puts his body on the line for the side a lot. So would you take him back? I would. I'd give him another shot. I really would give him another shot. You know, he's had 2 difficult seasons. Yeah, it's a difficult season in the Championship. As I say, coming up by the playoff final isn't easy. We know that. We've been there every single time. And he's been in a relegation fight the entire season, so he knows how to play well, and he knows how to play badly. Sorry, let me rephrase that. He knows what a club looks like when it's playing badly, and he knows what a club looks like when it's playing well. You know, so I genuinely would, but let me know in the comment section below. Now, of course, as we remember for the Liverpool game, I don't get what everybody's going on about, saying Scarles had a terrible game. I don't think he did. Yes, he got turned from Mo Salah that led to the goal. But who, as left back, wouldn't? I mean, even Miles Lewis-Skelly, the Arsenal goal left back, who's a year younger than him, if I remember correctly, was made a mug by Salah. You know, he does. It's not. I say the kid's 19 years old. He's literally 19 and 3 months. You know, give the guy a break. You know, other than getting skinned by him, I thought he had a very, very good game. Yes, okay. There's an argument that Cresswell has been the catalyst for him to be having good performances, because when they're both on the best, he's learning. So, and when he's not there, he's not doing as well. There's an argument for that, of course. But at the same point, guys, I say he's 19. Yeah, none of us would be able to play the way that Scarles is playing at that age. None of us at all. Genuinely none of us. Even a lot of the pundits are saying, you know, yes, it wasn't the best of performances from him, but he's going to learn from it. He's going to, he's going to take it on board, and he's going to educate himself for the future. Of course, I mean, he's not going to have the squad problems this weekend that he did last weekend. You know, Southampton have got nowhere near decent players in comparison to Liverpool. Otherwise, they wouldn't be down in the relegation. Do you know what I mean? So anyway. But before the Liverpool game, it was great to see Aaron Creswell seeing the photos after the game of Creswell laying wreath for the club in support of the Hillsborough disaster. You know, it's beautiful. And obviously, Creswell being a Scouser, he feels very, very strongly about that as well. But yeah, I honestly, as I say, I think it's a beautiful touch from him. The club do it every season when we're up there. We always do. We always help support that, and as supporters as well, for that matter. You know, a lot of Liverpool fans were saying how great our supporters were for it during that minute silence, and how respectful everybody was. And that's what our fan base should be more on a bigger basis, not just the 2,000 or 3,000 away supporters. We should be doing the same stuff at home, but we're not, unfortunately. But anyway. Let's have a look at West Ham injuries now. There's still no update on Somerville, but it's still a possible return as early May, but we've been saying that for a good few weeks now. Creswell is being assessed for a muscular injury. Now, according to ex-West Ham employee on the recent podcast, Caelan Casey is out injured. There's nothing that I can see of that, but I'd take his word over what's on transfer market, etc., etc. So that brings us now round quite nicely to the starting 11, because as you guys know, for those who've been watching the channel over the last few weeks and months, I've been putting Caelan Casey at the centre back. Now, so therefore, it kind of almost to a degree, the starting 11 makes itself, what's the word? Makes itself by default, really. Because as much as I've got a lot of time and respect for Mavropanos, I don't think he should start ever. Todibo apparently has had falling outs with Potter, which is the reason why the club is saying he's not fully fit to return for full 90. Not entirely sure that's true. But yeah, but as I say, guys, as always, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And these are the starting 11 that I would like to see on Saturday if I was going. Areola in goal, with a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Kilman and Scarles. Orford in the defensive midfield positions, with Soucek in front of him, supporting Bowen, Ward-Prowse and Guilherme, with Fulkrug up front. So thank you very much for your time, guys. If you're new around here, welcome. It's nice to see you. Over the last 4 weeks, the viewing figures have dropped slightly in terms of people that are not subscribed, but it's still a high level. 47.6% of you guys that are watching this content over the last 4 weeks are not subscribed. So if you're enjoying the content and you're coming back, because there are quite a few returning viewers as well, thank you to everybody that got us well over 2,800. It's lovely for you guys to do that. I really do appreciate it. If you want to know more info for this channel, then by all means, please do subscribe, and make sure your notification settings are set to all. But in the meantime, guys, have a fantastic Easter. I hope you get really ill with chocolate and I hope we get 3 points as well, for that matter. And I hope that when we do the preview for the next game, I'm going to be in a lot better mood, that we're slowly but surely moving up the table. In the meantime, though, have a fantastic Easter. Take care, and I'll see you soon. All the best now.